G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL. Well, thank you firstly for all the messages of we miss our toggles on Friday, which yes, I know I missed 2 weeks worth, but I'm back now, refreshed. I've been up on the mainland visiting friends and family, and for any friends and family I didn't get the chance to catch up with, apologies. It was a crazy 2 weeks, but anyway, I'm back now. I got back last night and summer is well and truly making its presence known. Now we're still a couple of days off actually officially hitting summer, but it's definitely weather-wise it's changed. It is nice and warm now, a lovely 25 degrees Celsius at the moment, just beautiful. Ground's drying out nicely, which is excellent. We'll be able to start getting a lot of work done. Now when I went away I left the tractor down the bottom, so I'm just walking down to get that tractor and bring it back up. The first task I want to get done today, because it's warmer now, the little dogs are feeling it a bit, so I'm just going to build like a little bit of a shade shelter inside their dog run. So I need to come down and get the tractor and a couple of sheets of corrugated iron, and then I'm going to go and look for some suitable logs and whatnot and get that sorted out. But we've got lots in the next few episodes. There's going to be a lot coming up. We've got a resident platypus in that new dam now, which is fantastic, so I'll try and film that. We've got an incubator, so we're going to be hatching more chicken eggs, and lots of other work being done. So really looking forward to the summer, getting all of this stuff done. And we've got the road, which is just over there, that road coming down there. In the next couple of weeks we're going to be getting our mate Ian back in with his excavator. He's going to scrape all that down, get a heap of gravel on it, get it really nice. Lots and lots happening. So yeah, this one will just be a standard half-hour though, so grab yourself something to drink, sit back, and hope you enjoy this episode. Hopefully it'll make up for the last 2 weeks where I missed. One of the other things that happened while I was away is there's a little baby duckling. Go on.
Yeah, it's just down on the wall.
Which way does this open? Cody will show me. There we go. There it is. Just the one. He's a little afraid. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully there might be some more soon too. Okay, alrighty, I got all my logs. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, those ones will be the uprights, and then I've got this little one that's 1.3 meters long. That one's 3 meters long. So that one on the ground and this one on the bucket there, they will be the front and back horizontals. There's another little one in the bucket along with that little one. It'll be the horizontal sides, and then the 4 posts and a bit of tin on top. Very simple design. I'm going to finish taking the bark off that and then start cutting some notches and digging some holes. Well, I thought it's been a few weeks, so I'll give you an update on the veggie patch / orchard. Things are going very well. I'll start off down here. So this tree right here is a black peach, and this is the other black peach. Now these were grown from seed. We got some seeds from a friend of ours. We grew one. We only got one to grow. They got the other one growing, and they're about 18 months old now, quite a good height. And then as we come down here, this little sucker, this is a pomegranate right in there, and yeah, I'll go in over the top. So this is a pomegranate. Oh, that one right there has been run over so many times, but it's still growing. We got it protected now. Alrighty, the grapes over the back, kiwi fruit here doing really well, and our other grapes, so these are the eating grapes. So that one's the green table grape, the other one's the red table grape, but good growth on them this year. Probably won't get grapes, but that's okay. And the other kiwi fruit. This is our little gooseberry. It's got all these little gooseberries on it. Not for you, Diesel, get out of it. No, not for you. So there's little gooseberries on there, which is fantastic. We got one last year, and we're going to get a dozen or so this year. That's good. The orange is not too bad. There's some new growth on it. Fig, doing good. The apple tree over here has got some nice growth as well. We are going to espalier this. I'll explain espalier in a minute. Cherries coming along. We're going to get a handful of cherries again this year, so you can see there's some in there. But we might get a few. And there's a couple on this one as well. Just hiding in there, down through there, but the other cherry tree doesn't have any on. This is all of our flowers that we want to get planted out, so we've got a lot to plant out there. The old plum tree, this was grown from a cutting from the rental we were in. It's not doing great. It's got some new growth, but it's got a bit of curly leaf. It was never sprayed, so we'll have to sort that out. Another citrus. Now this is what I mean by espalier. So what you do is you train the branches out and make a wall, so wide that way, but very skinny that way. So that should be interesting, and we're going to do that with the other apple tree. As I said, the fig's doing all right. This is our feijoa plant. It's got some new growth on that finally, so that's good. It'll grow up. Feijoa's a yum. And another citrus. This was a pear or an apple, can't remember. We'll just have to wait and see. Our currants are doing good. So that one's a red currant, that one's a black currant. It's got heaps of fruit on it. Well, I say heaps, it's a little plant, but still there's plenty. Over here, same deal. Red currant, black currant's doing really well. Got fruit on it. That we're going to weed, and we're going to put sunflowers in. This we need to weed as well, but there are lemon balm and different plants. This is a bush, and these here are lemon balms. And then our raspberries have heaps of fruit on them. This has just really gone nuts. So big raspberry patch. We'll get a nice harvest of raspberries out of them. Over here we've got the onions are growing, which is good. And we did have a lot of saffron all through here. We've still got a lot of weed coming up. A lot of what you're seeing there is lemon sorrel. We need to pull all that out. Peas are doing well though. So there's all the peas coming up. There's some carrots coming up in there. And the rhubarb's doing really well. We've been picking heaps of rhubarb, okay, as well I've been away picking heaps of rhubarb. And our passion fruit survived, so that's really good. It should flourish this year. Coming across down this one, garlics. We've got a couple of sweet potatoes there. They're still surviving. Our potato patch is doing good. So we've got lots of potato coming up. So that's excellent. And the spinach is growing, but it looks like it's going to seed straight away. But that's okay, we'll still pick and eat that. So that's pretty nice. And then if we come around to this last bed, we haven't done much in this bed yet, as you can see. We've got a row of peas here. So one of those was, what were these, snow peas, hun?
Where's Diesel?
He's here. Were these snow peas?
Yeah.
Right, and the other peas I showed you earlier were snap peas, or sugar peas. And then we've got some beans. coming up, which is good. The apple tree there, that apple tree's doing really good. Our corn's coming up. We've just planted the second lot there, so they're about 3 weeks apart. Stagger the crop, and the asparagus is doing really well. So is the artichoke surviving, but yeah, the asparagus is doing really good. So that's the walk through the veggie patch and the orchard. Things are growing really well and fast. So we're going to have a lot of work to do in here, but it's looking really good. We'll be harvesting in no time. Over the past several weeks, the swallows have been nesting in the dog kennel again. Took the opportunity while I had the GoPro to have a little sneak peek, and it looks like the babies have left the nest. And then Cody sent me this bit of footage. This is the babies. You can tell by the white around the edge of their mouth, getting fed by their mum and taking what is probably their second flight. The first would have been out of the dog kennel and up to the roof line there. And then this would have been their first big flight. Okay, so the other day I got all those logs cut. This morning we had a huge rainstorm come through. Check this out. And soaked everything. But that was good because we really did need some rain. It had been a couple of weeks, the ground was getting pretty dry. Kay had just spent all day yesterday mowing acres of the grass around here. Now with this rain today, it's going to be Mickey Mouse. Anyway, what I've got here is that back one, that's a horizontal. These other two here, they're the horizontals as well. Basically what I've done is I've just planned it out. I need to know where the 4 posts are going to go. So one post will be right there. The other post will go right here, and on the others, this will be screwed up at about this height. That one, the same. Actually, sorry, no, that one, the big long one, will be on top of the posts when I put the posts in. Same with over this side. So I know roughly where I want these holes to be. It's going to be a manual job because I'm in here inside the dog run under the netting. There's really not much other option bar using this, but these things work pretty well once you get through the initial grass. And the grass in here is really thick. There's the first bit of grass out the way. Now I can get into the dirt. The dirt is really loose. Normally you would be able to lift that out with a clod of dirt, hit that, knock the dirt out, but the soil is just so crumbly. I'm going to have to use this to dig the hole, but then use my hands or a little shovel to get the dirt out of the hole. Yeah, see, it won't lift out. Nothing. Well, it's 100% humidity and I'm sweating so much. One hole dug probably took me about half hour. The ground is nice and soft, but every now and then you've got to stop to dig something like that out of the side so that you can keep going. Anyway, I've gone quite deep. You might be wondering, why am I going so deep? Well, I've gone with the biggest logs for the four corners. The more I've got in the ground, the longer the log is, so the more weight it's got and the more surface area is around that log. You've seen we get some horrendously strong winds up here. I do not want this being pulled out. So the deeper I can set those posts, and the longer the post is, i.e. more weight, the more chance it's not going to get pulled out. And I don't think this will, fingers crossed, get pulled out. So yeah, very deep hole, take a lot of time to dig. I'll get the other three done and then we'll start dropping posts in. Well, I'm on the last hole and I've struck this whopping great big rock in there. So I just messaged Cody, he said, can you bring up the crowbar? And he's gonna come up with the crowbar and we'll try and get this out. Last hole too. Here he comes. Last hole, you should see the size of the rock in there.
Cut your post shorter.
I can't get in deep enough under it. Watching that.
Your video?
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. Holy guacamole. Look at the size of that sucker. That is huge. Had to be in the last one too. That's half a hole dug just by pulling that rock out. Alright, we'll finish digging. Thank you, matey. Oh, I got another one in there. Oh, yeah, there's one there too. And one there. That one's okay, that one's not. I'll use this for this one. They're all around about the same depth too. Every hole had a couple of rocks at about the same depth.
Yeah, grub layer.
Yeah.
Knuckle made nearly as big of a knock as rock did.
Hey?
Your knuckle made nearly as big of a knock as the fucking pole did. I heard that.
Oh, is the camera on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll head back down if you don't need any help.
Yeah, no, thanks mate, cheers.
All good. If you need a hand with anything else, just text
All
me.
day, thanks mate.
I'm just chilling out.
Oh, that was a big one. I also realised with this that if I give this plunger a few whacks, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be used, I don't know, but if I gently lift out, all the dirt comes out. Now I can drop it out. So that's been handy as well. More rocks. Let's have a look. That was right across. Alright, finally, all 4 holes dug. I'm buggered, but I want to get these posts in, get some of this dirt back in before the dogs come out here and run around in it, as they will. So I'll start bringing the posts in. These are green, so they're still very, very heavy. We'll sit down. That one is incredibly heavy. Heaviest of all 4. But I'll swap ends. That end's too fat. Okay. You see how much goes in this hole. Okay. All right. I have to trim that flat with a saw. All in. I'll take a break for 10. I'll come back and put the dirt in. Okay, caught my breath and I had a couple of glasses of water. Now, let's get these posts set. Off, we'll put a little bit of grass seed around the edge. There we go. Right, I'll do the next 3. Then we'll get on to the next phase. Well, that's all the posts in and they are really solid, so that's great. I've cleaned up the excess dirt. Hopefully we might get a bit more rain over the next day or 2 and that'll help to really set these in, but also sort of wash and soak the last of that loose soil into the grass so the dogs aren't rolling in it. So I'm going to take a break now. That's it for me for today, and tomorrow I'm going to cut that level and then back here at a lower I want to cut off at an angle, same with the one at the back because the roof will slope backwards. Then I can get the long posts, that one and this one, up on the tops, like I said, they're just going to go on the side here somewhere just as an extra brace, and then we'll screw the tin on. So nothing too fancy, but it'll do the job. It'll give them the shade. But I am well and truly bargered, so I'm going to go and have a shower and have some dinner. I'll be back out here tomorrow to finish this off. Well, during the night the rain started up again, and it has been raining for hours. It's now about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's still raining, so we've had a good lot of rain, which is great, filling up those water tanks. But it means I'm not going to get any more done on the dog's shelter, shade shelter today, but that's okay. Anyway, one more thing I wanted to show you was we've put some eggs in an incubator. So we've got this new incubator right here, a very fancy one. We got it for an absolute steal. So not sure how well that'll show up. And the eggs, there are a dozen eggs in there. So the eggs are from the Sussex, which is the white chickens. The Quambies, one of them has gone broody, so she is sitting on probably about 8 or so eggs, I think. She's got quite a few in there, so she'll be hatching those. So probably in about 2 and a bit weeks we should start to see the Quambi chicks hatch, and in 21 days those eggs in the incubator behind us, the Sussex, the white chickens, they'll start hatching. So in a few weeks time I'll be able to show you that too. But that's all I'm going to have time for this week, so thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed this one, and next week tune in. I'll finish off that shade for the dogs, and I've got to get some milling done. I'd like to get a little bit more work done on the deck, so hopefully you get to see that too. Till then, stay safe, take care, have a great weekend. I'll catch you next Friday. Cheers.